2014, I was a single mom of a 13-year-old girl. I was due for my annual mammogram, but I didn't know it. At 35, I had my first mammogram because my grandmother had breast cancer and died from it. At 40, I had a second one, and I just assumed when I turned 41 that it was over 5 years. But thankfully, my doctor's office was on top of that, and they scheduled my appointment. That doctor that read that mammogram between 40 and 41 saw a slight difference, and that slight difference saved my life. So I encourage everyone to get their annual mammograms. July of 2014, I had a biopsy, and on July 21st, I was told that I had an invasive ductal carcinoma. After I had an MRI, it showed a second tumor, and in August, the second biopsy came back positive as well. So I had 2 tumors in different quadrants of my left breast. So I no longer had to decide between a lumpectomy and a mastectomy. My left breast had to go. So I decided to get a bilateral mastectomy with reconstruction. The day I was told that I had to have a mastectomy was the only time that I cried. Feeling like I was losing my femininity, it forever changed me. I wouldn't change it because I know that it was what was best for me, but it was hard. Thoughts of going through my mind like, who's gonna want me now? Those thoughts are gone now because honestly, who wouldn't want me? I'm gonna be picky. I'm gonna be picky because this taught me to love myself on the inside, and I'm a beautiful person. And September 12th, 2014, I had my first surgery and I became cancer-free from then on, even though I had a lot more to go through. A week later, my doctors called me in early for my post-op. I was told that it's not in my lymph nodes. However, they did not find my original tumor. All I could do was laugh while my mother's mouth dropped, saying, "You got to be kidding me." You see, my faith is in God. God's got this. That was my motto from the day I was diagnosed. I knew that God was going to take care of me, and that He was going to heal me, and that I was being healed. I just had to go through some stuff for my doctors to catch up. My doctor did his due diligence and to ensure that the missing tumor was not inside of me, testing, pushing, poking, and prodding on me, feeling that there was no tumor there, led me back into the hospital with an infection. So my reconstruction expanders had to be removed, and I had to put reconstruction on hold till after chemo. I had 6 rounds of chemo instead of 4 because of the missing tumor, 42 days extra longer. But that's okay because my doctors were doing what was best for me. I finished chemo May 1st, 2015. This is the day that I stopped wearing scarves and a wig to hide what was once long, dark, beautiful hair. Another feeling of loss, but hair does not define who we are inside. I now let everyone see me bald and watch my transformation of growing hair, and it came back beautiful. I prayed for curls and I got them. My hair was straight before. Reconstruction began again, and boy, is that a process. I just thought 2 surgeries and you're done. Well, at the end of this year, I'll have my 7th breast surgery, and hopefully that will be the last revision, and I can move on to nipple reconstruction and tattooing next year. This is a lifelong journey, whether you're stage 1 like myself, or stage 4, a metaviver, like my coworker Kara, or my high school friend Kristen. I am blessed to be healed, but I walk in honor of those who are now fighting the incurable stage 4, those we have lost like my aunt and my grandmother, those who will be diagnosed and win the battle like me. We need to have hope for a cure for all stages. United against breast cancer, we are forever changed by breast cancer. Since finishing chemo, I started to be a team leader for making strides for my coworkers, where my port came from, AngioDynamics. So we can give hope and stand united with those who are newly diagnosed each day, for those who are changed to a metaviver status and count up instead of down. Hope for a cure to end breast cancer. Thank you for allowing me to share my story with you. If you or someone you know is going through this, my best advice is to stay positive and lean on God. It turns out that the tumor was never found. Praise God. He is faithful. Thank you.